they call them fun boys. They'll say, we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope.
So when I walk across the street to the crowd, I'm walking through the crowd and somebody grabs my hand. Just softly put their hand in my hand and just holding it. So I look, you know, and I see this big chain that said flip mode. Just diamonds iced out. I look at the chain and I know what flip mode is, so I look up. Now all this happened in split seconds. I look up and it's Busta Rhymes.
If Busta ever try to film me, hit you with no delay, so what you saying, yo? Should have with that 9 milli, what the killer, yo? Yeah, I can hit better than him. He better not play with me. I will and perform Busta Rhymes.
Not my words, not Busta Rhymes' bodyguard, exposing him as a super zest monster.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before.
Oh yeah.
In some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super.
Busta Rhymes is apparently going viral when a former bodyguard revealed the information, alleging that Busta asked some very odd questions about young men in his VIP club area. However, that is merely the very beginning. Busta is allegedly one of the numerous DL rappers who turned Orlando Brown out. Furthermore, 50 Cent has added his voice and made some not-so-subtle suggestions on Busta's covert way of life. A number of men are now coming forward to add to the controversy by telling their own tales of Busta reportedly approaching them inappropriately and attempting to convince them to go out on the town. But let's be honest for a minute. This goes beyond their orientation. It's about these DL males in the business who are too afraid to live their truths, so they lay their hands on people while appearing tough in public.
But if you notice, like, there's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. Why are you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they're in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section.
Although it seems like the industry has been talking about Busta's misadventures in whispers for a long time, everything is finally coming to light. What specific information regarding Busta did Orlando Brown and 50 Cent divulge? Was there anything wrong that Busta did to young men? Let's dissect everything.
I'm Prince tonight.
When a male fan approached Busta Rhymes in 2006, he yelled a homophobic slur, which garnered media attention. The fan reportedly patted Busta on the shoulder to congratulate him on his recent comeback, but Busta snapped and turned to face his bodyguard, yelling, "I hate effing FU man." This is according to the New York Post. In response to a question regarding homophobia in the rap scene in 2007, Busta said that he does not support homosexuality because of his cultural upbringing. He immediately ended the interview when asked if hip-hop would ever accept a gay artist. In the present day, speculations abound that Busta Rhymes is just another rapper disguising his genuine identity in order to vent his resentment at the world. It goes beyond the mere possibility that Busta is in the closet. His private life is his own affair after all. The true problem lies in the claims of hypocrisy and self-hatred, along with the violence against women and male escorts he supposedly hires. Go back to the early 2000s, when rumors of Busta's inclinations were initially spreading. It was Wendy Williams who revealed the tea, labeling those involved as homo thugs. What specific details of Busta's covert lifestyle did Wendy divulge?
We come from a very homosexual era of hip hop as well. There was a radio personality once upon a time, her name was Wendy Williams, and she was practically burned at the stake for talking about such. And now it's all come full circle. There were many situations, none of which to talk about, but there were many situations back in the day in my career, and it's all coming full circle now, so.
Rumor has it that Wendy Williams once had a list of rappers who were under the radar and would ask callers to reveal the juicy details of their meetings on her program. Busta Rhymes is said to have been on the notorious list. According to reports, one caller said that Busta told him to stay silent about an intimate encounter after punching him in the face. This incident is said to have happened at a bar in New York City that hosts these kinds of covert gatherings between gay guys and rappers. Busta may have been able to have the tape removed from the internet, but Wendy's devoted following still recalls this incident vividly. With documentation to support her claims, Wendy Williams was among the first to talk about Diddy's purportedly low-key lifestyle in public. But according to reports, Diddy sacked Wendy from Hot 97 and all but drove her out of New York when he discovered that she had a picture of him with another man. She was then forced to look for work in Philadelphia.
When she put out those pictures of the dude pulling his pants down and it looked like some gay act that was going on, he got on the phone. He said, let me tell you this. When I get back to New York City, if she's on the radio station, he's talking to a radio executive. He said the same thing he said, nobody that I deal with, nobody that I know is gonna do anything with y'all, no business at all. It ain't gonna be no artist, no nothing gonna come. He's telling people that at a radio station. When we got back to New York City, Wendy Williams was in Philly at a new station.
Wow.
That's the power he had.
Jaguar Wright makes an intriguing point regarding Wendy Williams and Diddy.
Shout out to Wendy Williams, the first woman to uncover the homo thugs. That's what these down low bitches was called when Wendy first started talking about it in the 90s, the homo thug. She talking about Diddy.
And then what's the stuff that's happening with Wendy Williams? You think this is all connection too?
Of course. They've been waiting. He's been waiting. He was waiting for Kim. Remember? He was waiting. The casket was ready. She was literally casket ready.
This is supposedly the reason Diddy and Busta Rhymes became such great friends. Rumor has it that they were very close friends. Some reports even go so far as to say they had young men in common. Busta has withdrawn from Diddy in light of the FBI inquiry he is currently the subject of. But it's a known truth that they had a tight relationship going back to the 1990s. Here's a beaming Busta hanging out with a number of well-known figures from the business, including Diddy, Julo, Aaliyah, and Hype Williams. Busta with Diddy and his erstwhile best friend, Jay-Z's? Or how about this picture of Diddy that makes him seem like he wants to practically eat Busta? Furthermore, it should not be forgotten that Busta was complimenting and hanging out with Diddy as recently as September 2023, a few weeks before Cassie dropped her shocking complaint.
Finish. This is the father of the joint venture deals, the label deals, that's right, the production deals. That's right. This is the father. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna big up Dallas Austin because he pulled this all up. But when he did it, it was the complete shifting of the climate. We've never seen it before, the same way. There's been a lot of greatness after, but he added to the floors of the skyscraper. He designed the foundation for that skyscraper.
Jaguar Wright recently made shocking allegations that Wendy Williams exposed homo thugs, men who, in addition to living covertly, also resorted to physical assault and intimidation to maintain their covered existence. Diddy and Busta Rhymes, who have a history of engaging in sexual relations with both men and women, were mentioned among them. When a man allegedly spat on Busta's car in 2006, he was accused of attacking him, which led to legal issues. He allegedly had a machete in his car at the time of the encounter, according to prosecutors. Busta was arrested once more in 2007. This time, it was allegedly for beating his former driver over unpaid debt. He was placed on 3 years of probation after entering a guilty plea to both counts. More legal issues beset Busta in 2009 after the New York Post revealed he owed a fan $75,000 in debt. The fan said that since he attempted to leave Busta's concert early, Busta threw several water bottles at him and had his bodyguard punch him in the face. The New York Post was later informed by the fan that while he had expected to watch Fabulous play, he got up to leave as soon as Busta concluded his set. Before his bodyguard attacked the fan, Busta is said to have thrown bottles at him and doused him with water. Big Homie CC, Busta's former bodyguard, escalated the dispute by disclosing further details about the artist's personal life during an appearance on The Art of Dialogue. He referred to Busta as a super zest monster and stated that Busta frequently brought young, attractive men to the VIP area of clubs with the help of his entourage. Big Homie CC claimed that this was a well-kept secret in the business and that club organizers were aware of Busta's inclinations, making care to arrange for young men to serenade him at events. The allegations made about Busta and Diddy's purported violent inclinations and covert lifestyles are disturbingly depicted in these discoveries.
I've seen you talking about Busta Rhymes before
Oh yeah.
in some of your videos.
Oh yeah. Super zest monster. For sure, bro. That's my thing, bro. Like, this has been common knowledge though. Like, all my promoter homies would always say, man, you know, we gotta bring some we gotta bring some, what they call them, I'm not gonna say it over there. They call them fun boys. They'll say we gotta have some fun boys in the section for Busta. Cause you know, I bodyguarded for Ghostface Killer before, you feel me? And being around him, you hear things, you feel me? I'm like, damn. And my auntie like the biggest Busta Rhymes fan, you feel me? Like, every cookout she playing it. All his little fast rapping, all of that, him and Craig Mack.
Big Homie recalled one really crazy night when Busta Rhymes saw him in a club with actor and model Don Benjamin, as well as one of Don's buddies who was gay. Busta took swift action upon seeing this individual. Big Homie claims that Busta almost lunged at the man, dragging him into his VIP area and making sure he stayed. Big Homie explained how Busta watched this guy closely to make sure he didn't stray. Big Homie claimed that this was a routine occurrence every time Busta went clubbing, not just an isolated incident. Finding the sexiest men and bringing them to Busta's section was the routine that everyone in the know knew, because once he set his sights on anything, he never let up.
On my soul, I'm out with a group of people. At this time, I was with Don Benjamin. You familiar with him?
No, never heard of him.
Model dude, like a model guy. He be doing like some rapping and stuff. His name Don Benjamin. I'm out with Don Benjamin. And the club we ended up going to, Busta Rhymes in there. So it was a little lawyer guy that was with us. And the little lawyer guy we was with, you know, he was a gay dude, super cool, feel me, good guy. Bro, Busta Rhymes wanted him in his section so bad. Like, what? Pulled him to the section, like through the rope, and tucked him off in the corner. So I'm looking like, well, he ain't come with us. Well, I know he was in the little group. So if I go out with somebody, like a group of people, I try to make sure everybody get there together and leave together. No, he stayed with them. He stayed in there with them, bro. For sure, bro. You ain't never heard about this before, have you? Bro, this is common knowledge, bro. Like, if you in the mix, bro, if you in the mix, like I've been in the mix.
Big Homie further remembered that Busta had mentioned how cute the man was and how he wouldn't allow him leave his part.
So I hear somebody say, oh, he's cute, I want him. So when I heard that, I turned around like, man, did he just say that? You got all this jewelry to attract some men in here? You wild. Shocked me. But sure enough.
And that was the guy that Busta Rhymes pulled back?
Pulled him into the section. Pulled him into the section, then they walled him off like this man. I'm like, damn. And that little dude was so happy, he couldn't believe that. He was shocked.
Big Homie claims to have known what Busta is truly all about for more than 10 years. Big Homie said that the reason other industry members haven't spoken up is that they wish to continue to be in Busta's VIP area. He also brought attention to a problem that isn't given enough credit. Busta is said to have a history of being aggressive toward women. Big Homie claims that Busta appears to be harboring jealousy against ladies only for being female.
How long has it been like this known about Busta Rhymes?
I knew about this like in 2012. I knew about this in 2012.
How come you think nobody else speaks up on it or says anything?
Because, bro, these people admire these people so much. They want to make sure they in the section, they at the club, they at the video shoot, they can get backstage. That matters most to them. That matters so much to people. It's crazy. Like, but if you notice, like, There's countless videos of Busta Rhymes getting mad at females for just being girls. This girl touched him one time, he go crazy, throw a drink on her and everything. See what I'm saying? Like, what? Why you getting mad at females? You go to these guys, they in the club, go to their section. It's all men in the section. That ain't weird to nobody. I'm going to the bar, sorry. Text me if it get dangerous. But there's all this club security in here, like nothing's finna happen. Nobody wanna kill you guys, bro. Like, when I get jobs from people who really got a threat on their life, I move way different. But man, you ask, bro, anybody that's in the mix, bro, like you know, bro, most of these dudes, bro, putting on a major act. They don't want to be themselves.
It's crazy.
They'll get mad at you for buying bottles of champagne to give the girls. They'll get mad, oh, we don't want these bottle rats in our section. What are we here for? Why are y'all here then? What are y'all here for? Just because y'all got booked to be here, okay, but sometimes they not booked. They just in there. And what they looking for, it ain't gonna be what you thinking of, on God. Scene.
You should reconsider if you believe that this is just one bodyguard stirring up trouble or making up stories. It appears that some people have come forward in 2020 with their own fascinating accounts of having had intimate brushes with Busta Rhymes. On his YouTube channel, social media user Trip Alley revealed some shocking information. He said that Busta attempted to pick him up in NYC as he was leaving for a Halloween party.
I'm walking, New York City, going to a club. It was Halloween weekend, everybody was out. And it was this party we was going to, me, my boy, and his friend that had came in from Detroit. And I'm walking across the street and Busta Rhymes just grabbed my hand. And he holding my hand. Now, I ain't know it was Busta at first. Busta Rhymes tall. I'm sure I came up to about right here. So the first thing I noticed was this big ass flip mode chain that was blinding me. So I look at the chain and I look up, I'm like, oh, what's up, Busta? What's up? Now he holding my hand the whole time. I'm like, what's up, man? He like, what you doing? And I was like, oh, me and my people, we about to go to this club around the corner. What's up, man? And then I noticed throughout my peripheral vision, the side eye, this big bodyguard in black. Just standing there, looking around, looked at me, still looking around. Meanwhile, Busta still got my hand in his hand.
Trip Owl was overjoyed to obtain an invitation to a club's VIP area. His excitement was obvious, but he thought it would be just another typical party.
He says, I'm about to go in this club. We got a section, you can come in with me if you want. And I'm like, word, for real? Like, that's what's up. Like, he was like, yeah. I was like, well, I gotta, tell my people. I was like, I come in, you know what I'm saying? He was like, okay, just let me know, tell them that you coming in there to meet with me and come on up. And I was like, bet. So, of course, I'm excited. You know what I'm saying? Busta Rhymes is one of my favorites.
Trip's evening abruptly changed when he got into a furious fight with a friend over their refusal to go to Boost's party. Trip was so shaken by the disagreement that it turned into a violent brawl that he stopped being interested in clubbing completely. His friend left him in the midst of New York City, which made the situation worse. Perhaps this was a blessing in disguise in retrospect, as we'll never know what would have happened if he had accompanied Busta to the VIP area. In 2021, there were new allegations circulating that Busta Rhymes had been spotted at a gay pride celebration alongside a transgender woman. Not only that, but Orlando Brown, who is well known for his contentious public character, fanned the flames even more. He recently said on video that he had romantic relationships with a number of well-known rappers, including Bow Wow, Diddy, Drake, and Busta Rhymes. Orlando Brown's allegations caused a commotion on the internet, even though many people discounted them at first because of his past drug usage and strange conduct. Many people thought his statements on the music industry were just rants. But some are starting to second-guess his remarks in light of the numerous accusations that prominent people are currently facing. Is it possible that Orlando was all along pointing at darker, more disturbing facts about the business? Orlando has gained notoriety in recent years for his strange interviews and startling disclosures regarding alleged rituals in Hollywood. His already contentious assertions gained more curiosity when he once implied that well-known people, including Diddy, were engaged in unsettling actions.
There's a lot of things that will make you buckle, bro. They make you buckle, bro. And people done lost their families, bro. People done lost their kids, and a lot of stuff done happened.
The record labels are taking life insurance policies out on rappers. Mainly because it's more dangerous for rappers nowadays.
I mean, this is a touchy subject. I just, I'll give you this. You can willingly turn woman and have a bag, or you can do what I'm doing. You can willingly turn trans, or you can get in trouble and go to jail and get up, and they do it to you forcefully because you up and you didn't know what to do.
Orlando's remarks on Diddy, which were previously written off as jokes, are now receiving significant attention in light of the rapper's latest alarming charges. Re-examined in a fresh perspective is what was previously thought to be wild conjecture regarding Diddy's private life. Following the sensational news about Diddy's alleged misdeeds that broke last November, there has been a shift in public view. Orlando was promptly invited back by Cam Capone for another interview on their channel, during which they discussed Orlando's already viral comments on Diddy. They also talked about 50 Cent's outrageous allegation about Diddy trying to take him shopping. Orlando's response to these further inquiries concerning Diddy is shown below.
One of the big things that made its rounds all over the internet, went completely viral, was some things you had to say about Diddy.
Oh, yeah.
And there was also, shortly after that, there was an old video that was kind of going viral. And it was 50 Cent, and where he says he was at a party with Diddy. And he was mad at Diddy because Diddy offered to take him shopping. And he felt like that was only something like you would do for a female.
He's a nice guy.
There's a growing consensus that Orlando may be purposefully mixing reality with what appears to be fiction, if nothing else to shield himself. They suggest that his oddball demeanor might act as a barrier while he quietly divulges truthful facts. However, some contend that Orlando's mental health problems do not refute his statements. It is suggested that his difficulties may stem from traumatic events that he experienced in the profession, and that his public persona may be an attempt at coping or pursuing justice. Orlando is still generating news at this point. His recent allegations that he's had sex with other celebrities, including Diddy, Busta Rhymes, and others, caused him to go viral once more.
We made love. We made love.
Who you made love with?
Diddy, Bow Wow, Busta Rhymes.
You just told me you seen Busta in the airport too. That motherfucker tried to act like he didn't know you. You smashed Drake?
No, I never smashed.
Oh, you made love to Drake.
What's that name? Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard.
Terrence Howard. Usher. Usher's a gusher. And
why you not naming no hoes?
I'm telling you, bro. It's my dad's friends. My dad sent his baddest friends on me.
Who's your dad?
Lucifer.
There's a growing consensus that Orlando may be purposefully mixing reality with what appears to be fiction, if nothing else to shield himself. They suggest that his oddball demeanor might act as a barrier while he quietly divulges truthful facts. However, some contend that Orlando's mental health problems do not refute his statements. It is suggested that his difficulties may stem from traumatic events that he experienced in the profession, and that his public persona may be an attempt at coping or pursuing justice. Orlando is still generating news at this point. His recent allegations that he's had sex with other celebrities, including Diddy, Busta Rhymes, and others, caused him to go viral once more.
Why you smelling like a bunch of money? You smelling a bunch of money. Where you going? Watch for the rest of the show. Okay. Where you going?
I'm fly there. You see me?
Nigga, you going to walk to the money with this fly. Let's go. I'm Prince tonight. Purple rain, purple rain.
Yo,
it's gonna be good, take some time. Go anywhere, baby, I don't mind. Probably want some time. And there's no way without you and I. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
I had a beautiful aunt by the name of Aunt Pat. She's my dad's oldest sister. She left Jamaica sometime in the 80s and came to Toronto, Canada. She passed away a couple of years ago. But I just wanted my Aunt Pat to know that I am going to properly represent her here in Toronto. And I'm gonna properly represent my dad here in Toronto. The way we're supposed to represent the thing as yard people, because my family, they're my Jamaican people. So rest in peace to Dad, rest in peace to Aunt Pat. Big up to all of
Orlando's assertions are frequently rejected, but new interviews have painted a more consistent picture of him. Upon close examination, there appears to be some validity to his claims. Given all of the stories circulating around Busta Rhymes, it is hardly shocking that 50 Cent has entered the dispute. 50 Cent joked on social media while preparing for their combined appearance at the next Humor and Harmony Comedy Festival by sharing an old picture of Busta Rhymes from the 1999 MTV Video Music Awards wearing his signature yellow attire. In response, Busta Rhymes posted an artificial intelligence, AI-generated picture of 50 Cent, making light of his looks and joking that it appeared like he was getting ready for Father's Day. Fans are pleading for Busta to address the serious claims regarding his VIP club, despite their lighter banter. Several reports that Busta Rhymes engages in improper behavior and mistreats men have prompted comments from others. A fan described seeing a TV episode where a gay character dated a rapper who looked like Busta. Another fan brought up unsettling reports about Busta being violent and self-loathing toward male sex workers. What do you think about the accusations pertaining to Busta Rhymes and Orlando Brown's stated experiences with Diddy and other rappers? Don't forget to watch our upcoming video and leave your opinions below.